Hello, world. Patricia, O'Connor, and Frida, Reba, Darcy here today on the Bonsai balcony. We had a rain event today. It's been rainy, it's been cool, it's been cloudy. That has finally broke at late afternoon. It's sundown. I've kind of kicked the lights on for just a little longer so we could do our shoe. And I haven't watered today because of the amount of rain that we've taken in. Now that doesn't really get me. That doesn't really get me out of having to fill my water containers. But what it does mean is that I can be selective about it. That doesn't need to be watered. This still does need to be watered. It's so far in and it uses a lot of water. However, we also will see leaf drop at the first sign of trouble. Also, look how green this trident maple looks on November 13th. Hey, November 13th. I guess we had a flyby today. Some dangerous comet. Yeah. Anyway, so I suppose that already happened. I'm looking at my ponderosa. I'm seeing a mixture of yellowing needles that look like they might be a little heat damaged. Also, some very green needles pushing out. And whenever I look at this thing, I'm going to try to do a little show off of it. Where is it? A little show off of our happy graft that's going on there. If I can find it in the show. Yeah, it is. Boom. That guy right there. That graft is the one that's the one that's really happy. And if you can see, there is another bud coming off the side of it. So it's already wanting to kind of take over. And I say, yeah, that's really cool. So my ponderosa is looking good. I have taken some precautions today. In times past, I have made the mistake of leaving this guy out in the wind. Also, should probably pull that guy back. I don't know. I'm gonna maybe rotate it. I'll probably rotate it. I have to be concerned about the things out here this close to the rail actually getting wind burn. That will cause the needles to rapidly expel their water, and they can get wind burn. That is something that can happen. So, oops. So that's something. Also, this guy needs to get watered. My dawn redwood will probably need to be watered. This pine. But see, look, these maples have been hanging out here all day. They don't need water. My small seedlings probably do, but stuff closer to the rail will have been watered more than once today. So yeah, even some of my big ponderosas, not big ponderosas, but my Shohin ponderosas out here on the rail. They haven't gone, with all the wind, they still haven't gone through all the water that I gave them yesterday because I guess that's been added to. But not so much my oak. I guess it expels water. This still feels damp. I could water. But, yeah, but the outside where I would expect that to be wetter is not. That's odd. It might be my wall is protecting this from water so much. But from what I've seen, for the most part, I haven't had to water today. But before we call it a day, we will, at least some. Also, good news, I was able to trade a day that my company wanted me to work, which was Saturday, and I was able to show them that that throws a wrench in my works, and to some extent that also threw a little wrench in their works. And I was able to trade that day for I was able to trade that a Saturday day for a Thursday. So tomorrow I go in that place, and that will mean that our Saturday drops are back in play, and Saturday night live bonsai will be coming back, and I look forward to resuming our shooting schedule for that. Some of our guys are looking really, really good, and some of our guys we can say goodbye to. This has been, I'm not gonna lie, this has not been the most fun year for me and Pines when it comes to high heat. I bought, what we're looking at here is all of those little guys there all the way down the line. Those are all ponderosas, and the one tree in this shot now that is not a ponderosa is this one. And what I'm alluding to is out of my losses this year, they have been largely over high heat issues, and also, just in my case, they have been largely the tree that I would think would take heat better. In other words, I've lost more Shohin and Mame black pines than ponderosas, and I would have thought that to be just the opposite. I would have thought my black pines could take the heat better, but sadly for them, no. That's okay. The price of bonsai is what it is, and you know, we will move on from there. You know, that's all you can do. Is just keep planting little trees and keep making. You know, every little seed is a statement that you're looking for a good future. You know, it's like, why am I feeding something that has no leaves on it? Root development, so that we can have good root development. I don't know that would make sense for everybody, but I don't think I get cold enough here in the Bay Area of California to completely shut down. And what I've noticed, most of my trees seem to kind of heave up in their pots in the winter from root growth. And from that root growth, we will rebuild in the spring. It's kind of that reason that I always kind of consider the first of the year to be winter, because we build in, that's when we come back around to root building. And root building is what sets the stage for the rest of the year and the rest of the development that comes from that. Yeah, passing out a little bio gold to the trees. Anyway, they're not all beautiful days here. I'm always bragging about, it seems like I'm always bragging about our weather here, but we do get cloudy and rainy too. Cloudy and rainy is also something that happens here. And windy. Cloudy, rainy, windy is also something that can happen. I'm hearing my crows. Something in the neighborhood. This is just a little ditty about wind more than anything else. If you've got a situation where your trees are not in wind quite a bit and you're going to have a windy day, maybe pull them back. If you've got some sort of natural windbreak or something, like I could pull this back out of the wind if I were concerned. That might not be a bad idea. Also, bringing trees down from situations where they could blow. It's hard to fall from the ground. So if you've got something where something's on a monkey pole and you're going to have a lot of wind, that pot may be big and heavy and say sturdy to you, but it also could be a big windbreak that could get pushed around, all other things being equal. So, seen some dead. Wonder what's going on there. I wouldn't expect to see a branch come out on the backside and then curl and die like that, or an oak. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Not a whole lot on the front. I just wanted to take a minute and remind everybody that on windy days, even when it's not powerful cold and when it's not blowing sideways in the way of water and stuff, we can still have issues with the wind, and how little precautions are, a little tree arranging on those times, especially if it's not something that they get often, then that's not a bad idea. And to that end, I brought this guy off the rail. I will probably rotate that guy here in just a minute, and then we'll go through and we'll give everybody one little last look through, and those who need it will get a watering, and that will that'll take us till tomorrow morning, when hopefully we will be in a dry spell for another few days. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Our next drop will be this weekend. When Frida and I will start getting back into our typical shooting schedule. I appreciate you. Frida appreciates you, and thank you all so much for watching.